Alright guys, quick video. This is not going to be a long one. Customer came in and said after my last service visit here, my windshield wipers quit. And I was like, okay, what do we do last? And it was like, oh, that's my tech number. I'm the one that worked on it last. It was a right front wheel bearing. It has nothing to do with the wipers, but you get that kind of goofy stuff. And then they were like, okay, so obviously it has nothing to do with what the technician did. Going through diagnosing it, I noticed that whenever I had the key on and I turned the wipers on, I could see this wiper motor right here, this nub, the drive. I could see it trying to move. It would just move a little bit, but something here was binding it up. So I said, I don't have an electrical problem. I obviously don't have an issue with the motor because it's actually trying to function. I'm going to pop these arms off, and they're just quick connect arms. I don't recommend doing this unless you actually know that there's some kind of problem. Because sometimes these don't go back on. I get up in here, I pop the arms off. This is a huge problem with these trucks. I mean, up to 2019, this is just a terrible design. And what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to grab this arm here because there's the lower pivot that drives off the motor. Oh no, here, sorry, I'm backwards. So I'm like, okay, this is loose. Everything's fine. And then I grab this arm and reach across. It's not moving at all. The center pivot here is free. Look at all the rust in the bottom of it. So that pivot has locked up and it needs an entire new transmission assembly. So here, I'm trying to move it, and it won't budge. It's locked up solid. So I'm going to give you a part number, and basically what you do is you turn your wiper motor in your off position. The wiper motor's right here. It's underneath that, and there's an electrical connector right under it, right there. Turn your wiper motor to the off position. Go ahead and unbolt and pull everything out of there. And then put that motor back in the same exact position, and then go ahead and snap your new arms and everything on. So you'll have to get a whole new transmission assembly. This is just a quick one. I'm not gonna. And then under this piece of plastic right here, there's an 8mm. There's an 8mm right here, and then there's an 8mm up under that arm back there, like right at that nub. And how you get this off of here, it's all plastic quick connects. You see, that snaps off, that snaps off, that one snaps off there, and then you'll have to be super careful when you go to pop this up because there's a bunch of snap tabs. There's a bunch of snap tabs underneath here. You see that one I broke down there. So I'm actually going to have to go back there and find a tab to put back in it to hold it down. But after you pop that up, then you have access to that. Then you can pop them arms off, and you can check your pivot points. 99.9% of the time, when one wiper works and the other one doesn't, or the motor's turning, but you're not getting anything out of it, it's this assembly right here. The spaghetti assembly, the transmission assembly. If you get that part through the dealer, it's about $90. You can get it online, I think, for as low as like 40, 50 bucks. There's your part number right there, JL3Z17566 Bravo. I just wanted to share that with you, just to give you some quick F150 content. But that's like one of the most common problems with wipers not working in the F150s, or the actual switch, the mechanism that turns it on, that goes bad a lot too. I've rarely had to do motors. I've always had to do either the switch or this transmission assembly. That's the main problem with these.